In this tutorial we're going to show how to add products to the Parktronic PT200 store management and ePOS system. So if we select the admin button on the main menu, that brings up the admin menu from where we can select the product setup switch. Now this shows you your list view of the current products. We have a couple already in the system, but we're going to go right ahead and add a new one. So if we click Insert, and that brings up a blank product setup screen. So the first field we're going to enter is the product ID. Now these are the IDs that you will be using already probably within your store, and you can enter that here. You then enter a description, and then you can enter a bin location if you're using bin locations in your store, so I'll give it bin 5. You then can add a supplier to this product. So if you click the supplier field, this brings up a list of suppliers you've currently entered into your system. So we select a supplier, and then we can select a department, and similarly these are departments you've currently added into your system. You don't have to enter bin location, supplier, etc. If you don't have those information. The next thing is the additional information switch. Now this switch turns on an additional screen that is shown when this product is sold through the ePOS system, prompting the user to enter additional information such as serial number, warranty date, contract number, etc. In our case, we're not going to have that switched on for this product, but this will be covered in a future tutorial. You can make this product reorderable or not. If this is a one-off sale of a particular product stock, you'd leave this switched off or you'd switch this on. We're going to leave it switched on for now. This area is an area which would show tax field if this merchant was tax registered. This particular one isn't. We will be covering a tax registered merchant in the next tutorial, so we will be showing how to set up tax rates, etc. for a product. And then there is inactive switch, which makes this particular product inactive. And what this will do is if you switch it to inactive, it will stop the user selling the product, but it will display it in the list, so it's still there. So if you come back at a future date and want to re-enable a product, you just simply switch it back to enable, and that would re-enable your product. Back to the top of the screen there is a unique system ID number allocator when this product is saved for the first time. There is the quantity of stock indicated, so that's currently at 0 as it's a new product. There is an image field where we can display an image of the product. If you click inside this field, it brings up a browser where you can search for an image of this product. We don't unfortunately have any product images, but we'll use one of the default Windows ones. What it is always good one. And you'll see down the right hand side there's a series of buttons which currently are disabled and greyed out. These won't be enabled until we save the product for the first time and we allocate it a system ID number. The delete button is also disabled at this point because the product hasn't been saved for the first time. The delete differs from inactive in the sense that inactive merely means that you can't sell the product, but it appears still on the list, whereas the delete button will remove the product from the list entirely. So only when you really are not wanting to resell or may not resell the product in future do you want to delete the product. So we're going to go right ahead and save this product. And what that's done is the system has allocated it a new number, and it's enabled these buttons down the right hand side. Now the label button isn't enabled at this particular point because we haven't added a label printer to this particular merchant setup. We'll be covering that in a future tutorial. So if we go and add stock, if we wish, so if we've got some stock already, this brings up the data entry screen. It's a standard screen, so you see this quite a lot, and you can use the buttons on this screen through a touch screen or via the mouse, or use a keyboard as normal to enter the values here. Pressing the close button will merely close this screen and take you back. So if we enter some stock, press enter, you'll notice this increments by 0.01, or can be incremented by 0.01 if you're selling product by parts of a whole unit. But hats, it's unlikely to sell half a hat. So we press enter, and that increases the stock by 20. We go to pricing. That brings up the pricing screen, and the first thing we see is the purchase pricing inclusive of tax button switch. Now this switch will be used if the price of the product you are buying from your supplier includes tax already. If you switch it to yes, you'll see that the tax display is blanked out. If you switch it off, then you'll see that it comes back, and when you enter a value here, it would calculate the tax and then add that as a gross purchase price from the supplier. But in our case, we're just going to switch that to yes for now, so that it doesn't display the pricing, the tax. The next screen you see is the price breaks, and there are a number of price breaks you can set up for this particular product from this supplier, and you can enter values, price break values, and the appropriate price at which you get the product beyond that value, and that affects the way that the cost price is calculated. We're not going to cover that in this particular tutorial, but we are covering it in a future one. So we're going to set that to 0. There are no price breaks. So we're going to set the cost price of this product. So we'll say £6, and you'll see the gross price has gone to £6 automatically, and the cost price as displayed here is £6. So the cost of this product is now £6 from the supplier. You'll see here there's a switch to use supplier price calculation, and what this does is if you had set a price calculation up for that particular supplier, so if you'd set that to multiply or a margin figure and then a plus value possibly, then this would use that calculation for this product automatically. So if you switched it to yes, it would automatically calculate this product. Now we haven't set any for this particular supplier, so it reverts to 0. But we'll be covering that in a future tutorial to show you how that works. So we'll go ahead and set a price for this. So we'll say it's £13.50, and you'll see that the retail price is now £13.50. So it costs £6 from the supplier, and you're selling that for £13.50. So that's what these two values here. These two values should relate to what you expect the product to cost you from the supplier, and the price at which you're going to sell it to a customer. So we'll go ahead and save that. We then go to the barcode screen, and what this will show is that the system has allocated 2 barcodes already automatically to this product. The first one is a system generated barcode and starts at 6 ones and increments by 1 every time you add a product, so that's a unique number allocated to it. And then there is a barcode based on the product ID that you gave it. So you could print those barcodes out if you want to use a barcoding system just out of the product IDs that you've currently got once you've entered them in. If you wish to enter a new barcode, you go to the barcode field, you enter the barcode value, you click add, and that's added you the barcode. If you want to edit a barcode, you select the barcode and you go to the field, it's preloaded, and you can then add or edit that as you wish and click the update button, and that's updated. If you want to delete a barcode, if you select the barcode and select delete, it will prompt you to say, do you wish to delete this? Select yes, and that's deleted the barcode. You can print labels based on a barcode. If you had a label printer, this won't operate because there's no label printer currently installed, but we'll be showing that in a future tutorial. So if we close this for now and we save all our changes and go back, and you'll see how products have been added. If we wish to edit the product, we merely select the item from the list, click edit, and we can go in and edit any of the values we'd previously set for this product. That's setting up products in the Parktronic PT200 store management and ePOS solution.